Hi guys, I'm Nick from Synergy, and this is my truck, the Scania S450 Rigid. Well, it's not very often you see a Rigid to this sort of spec and customisation. Obviously, as well as this being the an S450, it's quite a rare model that you see in a Rigid. Obviously, we use this. We do a lot of London work, so it's ideal for going into the city, not rather than sending one of the bigger trucks in. So. This is an ideal vehicle that can get the job done. Well, obviously recently we've just had the front end. It's all been blacked out. We've had the ball bar fitted, the new spotlights, low bar, high bar, horns, headboard. So it's had a lot of work done recently. Also, we've had the new London kit, which is due later on in the year. So obviously, it picks up any pedestrian, cyclists, anything walking around the fronts and the sides of the vehicle. So it's got the new sensors on, so be compliant with the new laws coming out. So we've just recently had the new sidebars fitted down the side, and obviously the new sensors as well for London, pedestrian sensors. We've got the side markers, the side lockers, which are handy for obviously storage and stuff like that. Keep a lot of stuff in there. And obviously this is the equerry body, so obviously this is fully opening. Can open this right up, 3 doors each way, so we can access not just from the rear but also from the side of the vehicle, which is handy for loading. Just really the size of it. I mean, it's nimble. You can get into obviously a lot of the places we go. They're quite small sites, and obviously trying to get the Arctics in there, it can be a bit of a drama. So obviously with this one we can pretty much get in anywhere. So yeah, it's just handy, and obviously it's the same. It's not, we can take not as much weight as the Arctics, but for what we carry, you can still get a good load on. So it's a good advantage is that, and obviously like I say, with the equerry doors, we can open the side right up and load through the side, as well as the tail lift on the back. Obviously just the tail lift, obviously it's a nice full-size tail lift, so it gives us plenty of turning space when we're loading with the IBCs and the pump trucks, rather than a shorter one. You get plenty more room, so it's quite a feature to have anyway, rather than a smaller one. To this vehicle, I can carry 26 tonne fully loaded. Obviously when the weight starts coming on, the rear axle will drop down. That will enable me to have another 2 wheels on the ground, and also they're steer axle, so that helps me with steering in tighter places as well. So that's quite a nice feature for the truck as well.
So Nick, interior on this one, what's the difference between this one towards my truck? I know they're the same sort of cabs.
Yeah.
But obviously the V8 to a straight 6. What's your sort of difference on this one?
Well, I mean, some of the key features, obviously, you guys have got the full leather seats, the captain's chair on the passenger side. You got the fridge freezer, whereas I've just got a fridge or a freezer and obviously an empty drawer.
You get the leather in this one,
yeah,
but not as much. Obviously with the V8, you get an upgrade on the leather.
Yeah, not
I mean,
as
you can
plush.
get the upgrades on this, but obviously this I think the 18 was one of the near enough the earlier sort of S cabs.
Yeah.
And with this sort of Rigid, you don't see many S cabs around on a Rigid, which is nice. So to have a nice looking truck like this one, with all its features, it's not got everything like the other trucks, but it's still an amazing truck.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. It's a pleasure to drive this truck. I certainly don't not enjoy being out in this for a week. It's even for a man of my size and stature.
What do you mean your size?
It's comfortable.
There's nothing wrong with you, big boy.
And obviously the bed extends as well.
Right, so yeah, we was just talking about earlier about the turning circle.
Yeah.
Obviously we've got the Rigid, and then we've got a fleet of Arctics with different trailers, the urban trailers.
Yeah.
So if I'm coming to a roundabout, I can near enough swing round on a mini roundabout. With the urban trailers, they've got the rear steer.
Yeah.
Come round and away I go. With this one,
yeah.
How difficult is it?
It's not as easy. No, urban trailer will go around nicely, whereas the Rigid is almost like driving a ferry round a roundabout sometimes.
Yeah.
You've got to...
And especially, with the axle, you've got the rear lift axle.
Yeah.
But when that's down, it's got a rear steer.
Yeah.
So with a lot of vehicles, if you've got the axle down, they don't have a rear steer, so it makes it doubly hard.
Yeah.
But with this one, with the rear steer, it gives you so much more. So when you're on a roundabout, you can turn around more.
Yeah.
So like obviously when we go to places like to pick up stuff, yeah, this is a rigid, but some of the places we can go in with the Arctic, where this won't go in.
No, this
goes the opposite
always goes
way,
in
doesn't it?
nice. Yeah.
So obviously a lot of this. So this is what we got this for. So when we go like London and stuff, where there's smaller gaps, this will go in lovely. And obviously with a good capacity, we can pick up a lot of stuff. So.
Yep.